los grandes abuelos y abuelas para poder ya abrir pues, los 4 puntos cardinales. Seguramente tenemos las mismas invocaciones con los del sur, con los del norte, pues abrir pues, los 4 puntos para poder ya entretejer, poder ya presentar a todos los que están invitados pues, en este gran encuentro.
Beautiful, muchas gracias. So what they've been doing for so long is they call in the cardinal directions and points on earth, and also the cardinal directions of the sky and the heart of the earth. And he's saying this is something that many indigenous cultures do across North, Central, South America. So it's not just unique to the Mayan, but the tribes of the north also call in the cardinal directions and have this ritual, as well as the tribes from the south. So as we gather at the central pyramid and we collectively, with all of these different tribes and representations, will unify in a common ritual that has been done across many cultures of calling in the ancestors and the cardinal points. And so it's going to be an honor for them to be able to welcome and also include all of the diversity of all of the peoples who will be joining us in this common practice that so many of the ancestral First Nations share. Muchas gracias. Si tienen una última palabra antes de pasarlo a Marcelo, muchas gracias por todo. Si hay algo más que quieren compartir, sí.
Claro que sí, pues no, muy importante esta conexión. Yo digo que es pues algo que también un agradecimiento también esa parte del agradecer por todo lo que nos hemos recibido, por la vida, por todo lo que está aconteciendo pues ahora en el presente. Entonces muy importante esa conexión, va a ser algo pues muy sagrado, y nosotros estamos mandando muchas bendiciones a todos pues, hermanos que nos están viendo de diferentes lugares y pues alrededor del mundo.
So he said that they're very honored to be able to be with so many beautiful peoples from the different directions and their brothers and sisters, and they feel it's going to be a great blessing, and they just wanted to express their heartfelt gratitude and appreciation for everyone here and those who will be joining us. And it's so important, this convergence and the sacredness of what's going to come together with everyone being united. Muchas gracias. ¿Quieren compartir algo?
Bueno, para mí sí, yo creo que es un gran encuentro, porque ya lo decían nuestros abuelos, tenemos que unificar entre sur, norte y el centro. Entonces yo creo que Águila, Cóndor y Quetzal, yo creo que es muy importante que cada uno de nosotros estemos pues conectados pues con las energías de nuestros ancestros. Entonces yo creo que tenemos que darle pues sustento espiritual, y también somos los partícipes de poder hacer realidad pues un gran sueño, pues un gran sueño que nos han dejado, ese legado que nos han dejado nuestros abuelos, que tenemos que unificarnos para poder hacer más incidencia, hacer más conciencia ante la humanidad. Entonces yo creo que cada quien tenemos que hacer esa conexión, y desde ya todos son bienvenidos a Guatemala, y gracias a todos los organizadores de este gran evento, encuentro que se va a realizar. Buenas noches.
Muchas gracias. So he said this is, again, so important, and they are following the legacy of their ancestors, that this was foretold, and how special it is that there will be people from North, Central, and South America, and that the Quetzal, which is the bird of the Central, will be represented with the other birds and the other directions, and that this was foretold as a legacy to be fulfilled, and that he's saying, again, gratitude, and also everyone is welcome to Guatemala. You're welcome to join us. You're welcome in our homelands, and a big arms wide open to each one of you. And thank you again. We hope to see you there. Muchas gracias. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to share with our beautiful, wise wisdom keeper, Marcelo Zaiduni Taruca Larama, who's joining us from Bolivia, from South America, and who's representing the Condor Nation, who will also be joining us in Tikal. And he has a very special message and presentation that's going to be unifying what everyone here has been sharing into this really powerful message of why this gathering at the Convergence in Tikal is significant, not just for people, but for animals, for birds, for insects, for all life, both on our earth and what's happening in the universe. There's something very, very scientific and spiritual that's going to be occurring at the dates that we're going to be gathered there, and why we're going to be there specifically at this time. And so you guys are in for a treat. Hold on to your seats. There's going to be quite a bit of information coming at us. And I think we're ready to receive Marcelo. I'm going to share your presentation, and you go ahead and introduce yourself and speak. And when you're ready, I'll support you in sharing the images. Just let me know. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you again to everybody. Our relatives in the north and center and the south and the west and the far east, all around the world. Thank you to be here. My brother Kuala from the Eagle Nation, our brother Miguel and his twin, and the Quetzal Nation, and also me here, Marcelo Tarruca Larama from the Condor Nation. So we are trying. The proposal of this gathering is to reunify all the nations, as our elder Cyril Perez Oshley told us. It was in September at his home in Guatemala, and he's 92 years old, and he's just speaking a little bit and hearing a little bit, and he said to us and to Miko, let's do it. Let's do it. They reunified the north and the south, the four directions here in Guatemala. So that was the promise of this elder. He was almost one more important elders in the world, is Cirilo Perez Ochley, and in his honor, and his and with his voice and with the promise that we have to him, we are doing this gathering in Tikal in 2025. So as our elders from Guatemala has speak and his ancestral language and his beautiful astronomical knowledge, also from the north, the south as well. I can share with you some images. Then for me, it's better to explain with images. So it's my culture to speak with images. So Kumiko can help. And this Tikal Convergence, the idea is to reunify all the four corners and to be in a center place in the middle, from the north to the south and the east and the west. So Tikal is the most important place to have this gathering and to fulfill the 26,000 years convergence in 2025. Let me present you the next slide, please. There's a lot of bibliography and research all of these years, and there's some books that I just to share with you: the Galactic Alignment, The Secret of the Incas, and this the calendar of Tiwanaku is very old, 100 years old. And what it says, then the Maya's calendar are very similar than the Tiwanaku calendar. As you believe, then they both agree that the 26,000 year cycle is the same idea in Tiwanaku, in Maya, also in Mesopotamian richest knowledge. So macro cultures have the same learning about the cycle of the universe, this 26,000 year cycle, but the more precisely technology in calendars are Mayans. We all know that, and they are the teachers of the time and the timekeepers. So we are learning from the Mayas. Also, the Tiwanaku's people, as my ancestors, have a lot to talk about the similar teaching. So in this gathering, we will have during this time beautiful alignments of 6 of our solar system planets. So the convergence is coming around the spirit of the cosmos. It's like a convergence coming from the cosmos to us, and we also must to help that alignment with the cosmos energy. Is a cosmos confluence that we need to share with you, and to you be part of uh, our meeting in Tikal 2025 in February. Is 25 to 25. So we are using the numerology to have the explanation of what is happening. So please make me another click to the another one, please. Do you know some other researchers talk about this cycle that we have around the center of the galaxy, the black hole in this, the Hunapku, who is the center of our galaxy. We call the cone Viracocha. So that 26,000 years cycle have five other microcycles. There are the five suns. We are entering the finish of the five sun. And so we are learning from our ancestors that the beginning of the new time is coming in the next year, 2025. Please make me the next sharing uh, so as the cycle is finished and the next year in the 25 to December 25, so we are ending an era and beginning a new era on this next year. So we are counting from 1992 sorry, we are counting to time 1992 to 2012. There was 13 years there, and from 2012 to 2025, there's also 13 years. So that's our other signal that we have. Please turn into the next slide, please. So both kind of very similar calendars that our elders talk about it in the tunes and the years that we use it in the solar calendars. Both of them alignments in the complexity to teach us that these 26,000 years of the universal this cycle is finishing this year 2025 as the cosmical alignments are teaching us, as I say, from 2012, from 2012 to 2025, this counting 13 years old. Yeah. So please send me the another one. So that's the counting between 2012 to 2025. They're counting 13 years. So we are preparing to finish the time of no time. They call the time of no time. These incredible years that we have been living from 2012. Many things are happening. You know, technology get very high speed. AI is high speed. And also, if you look at the skies, maybe you have seen all around the world there is hot spots in the air, in the air. You call UFOs, but you can see in the skies all around the world. Everybody can look at. Then the sky watchers, the sky watchers are here. So we know that this next year it will be a great opening gate to all of the Tikal Convergence will teach us as a gathering of open the gate to contact that whole energy. As we see, these two convergence helix in the world have places very strongly in our grounds. And here in the south, Titicaca is one of the most important in the Guanaco culture, and goes to the north in the place of Yucatan. You can visit that part of the energy in the convergence from the north to the south and to the Shasta place in North America. So we are trying to converge that two lines of hot energy of the two twins, the dragon snakes that we have in our own DNA, in the planet DNA. So that full energy will be fulfilled in 2025. So we are very, very clear about that. Our elders calendar from Maya have the knowledge of the timekeeper's DNA of the whole world history from the past to the future. So all these gathering elders who are coming from timekeepers from North America, Central America, and South, we are coming to the Guatemala gathering, also from other lands of the ASEAN land, of Bali, Japan, and Hawaii are coming, and Africa are also gathering with us. So we will be share of this high technology of our ancestors in convergence with the new technologies. So we want to make a beautiful meeting in talking about the elders' knowledge and the modern knowledge in convergence to understand the new coming of new paradigms in this world we need to know and to learn. So you can pass to the other ones, please, Kumiko, to finish this talking and talking about how important it is to be in Tikal. As our elders from Mayan elders say, in Tikal, the energy comes from the center of the galaxy, convergence to the place that we will be there, making energy with the rituals and the convergence of speaking, praying, and doing a spiritual work. And all that energy converges from the center of the galaxy, the Hunapku, to the center of this Mother Earth, will be inside us and make the divine transformation of our spirit. That's the idea of this two double convergence that we are sharing with all of you, with the high old elders and all this technology of our ancestors. So the knowledge of this double convergence is part of the teaching that we learned from our ancestors from Tiwanaku, from Tikal ancestors of Guatemala, and from the North ancestors First Nation. As the elders said in this part of these five pyramids are there. One is for the double face snake or double face dragon is there also in Tikal. And also we will have that double helix energy of the dragon. This is from Bolivia. It's have 800 years ago. And this is a picture that we took in Nebraska the last year. It's a dragon in the sky. It's very clear. This is in Mount Fiji in December 2024. A friend took the picture and sent to us. And all around the world, there is very high impression photographies all around the world saying that the time is coming and this beautiful energy is impressed going down to our spirits, and we must to re-energize us in the convergence, in the right place, in the right moment, doing the right rituals, and preserving our energy in that what we have said, the cow is the convergence of the two dragons from the center of the galaxy, from the center of the earth, and also the double helix of the convergence of reunited all humankind's, all creatures in this world must to have this opportunity to have the healing of elders from the four corners. And that's what we have promised to Cyril Pérez Oxley in September at his home. Maybe it will be the last year that he will be with us. And I pray for him and I pray for all of you, my relatives. thank you for this moment. It's very important for us to tell the world that the time has come and the moment is here. And I promise from the South to tell and send and be with you with all the things that our grandfathers and grandmothers teach us from the Tiwanaku knowledge and our astronomy. Hayaya for the life.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Marcelo. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Can you guys, okay, we can see me still. Beautiful. So there is a deep, deep mission that's happening here in Tikal. And as Marcelo stated, when we were with a Mayan sage, Tata Alejandro, who's 92 years old, this transmission came through of what is going to be unfolding. And it's not only going to be spiritual rituals and ceremonies, but there's also going to be dialogues and talks. There's a beautiful conference space where we're going to be able to create together through presentations, sharing, breakouts, and the venue is just absolutely gorgeous on a private turquoise lake. We're going to have spaces that are intimate outside of the pyramids to really come together for what's needed at this time on Mother Earth. 2025, this is a huge time for us as individuals and also as a collective to look at how, the question is, how can we restore and protect what we have on our Mother Earth? What is here with us, not just human beings, but the animals, the plants, the trees, the waters. So we will be praying and we'll be doing ceremony, and then we will also be speaking and creating in the heart of the Maya bioregion. And our beautiful brother Douglas, who is a visionary, has been remapping the world based on bioregions and watersheds. We are no longer in the time of borders and political boundaries that are dividing us. We're in a time of coming together based on our common waters, on our common forests that we all rely on here on our Mother Earth. And so we will also be joined with our dear brother Douglas and others who've been pioneering, especially from the Maya bioregion, this movement of restoration, conservation, and also a unified plan. So while we will be in the heart of the Maya bioregion, it will be an example and a model of also on a very real level, how can we implement a plan to begin to restore our Mother Earth and conserve what we have. And so what I love about this vision of Douglas and the bioregion maps is that it's a way for all of us, despite our race, our color, our tribe, our background, to put that aside and come together of look at where we're living, look at where we are. And so while there'll be people joining us from all over the world, when we look at what is happening with the movement of the Maya bioregion, it really shows a light for how us as other relatives in different locations can also go back to our communities and begin our processes in the places where we are from. And so I'm so excited that at this convergence, there will be that balance. We'll be joined with so many others. Our dear brother from the Lakota Nation, the great-great-grandson of Wallace Black Elk, and many beautiful women, grandmothers, and it is unfolding in the divine flow of the universe. Those who are meant to be there are feeling the call. And so this event here, and with all of you here this evening, is no coincidence that you are listening. And as our beautiful elders have shared, you are welcome. And it's a convergence because each one of us has something to share. We each have our own unique gift and mission. And so that is why each person coming is bringing something very beautiful and unique to the table. And for those who have not yet seen the invitation and the agenda, we are in for a treat with so many different and beautiful offerings from many different regions. As our brother Marcelo mentioned, also from Asia, from Bali, there will be priests and spiritual authority from Bali, as well as from Japan, Hawaii, and other regions in Asia. And so what's unique about this is where it's not just the union of the eagle condor and the Quetzal, but now we are joined by our relatives from both the East and West, and also some beautiful female women leaders from Africa. As we know, we're entering a time when the feminine and masculine are coming into balance together. And so it's so important, the voice of the women who are going to be sharing as well in this gathering. And we're hoping that we'll be able to do another Zoom where we get to feature some of the beautiful women and grandmothers and that wisdom as well. So I'm going to just share with you guys from some of those who have not seen here on the website. If you would like to join us, you can go to cacoearth.com/gatherings. And the invitation is on here if you'd like to share with your friends or anyone you feel the call. And it goes over also some of the really concrete things that are going to be happening. And I would like to just go over some of those with you guys. 1, creating global alliances. 2, developing a plan for the restoration of the Maya bioregion. 3, conducting ceremonies and preserving ancestral knowledge. And like I mentioned, the venue is just absolutely beautiful. It's about 40 minutes from the pyramids on a turquoise lake, private beach in the jungle, beautiful conference space. So we'll be having some academic talks, we'll be having speakers, and we'll also be having rituals, ceremonies on the water, as well as in the pyramids. You fly into Guatemala City, and it's about a 45-minute to 1-hour flight to Tikal, and then a 30-minute drive to the venue. So it's quite accessible. All of the food, the local transportation, everything is going to be taken care of. We want to make sure everyone has a beautiful and just graceful time. Here is the base of the agenda. But as people are coming in, each one has an offering. We are opening the schedule to those who would like to share their ritual, their talk, their offering. So it is a work in progress. And here we have the energy for each of the days. And I would like to just share that briefly, that on the first day, it's the day of Kame, of transformation, where we will literally leave what is no longer serving us and bring in the new energy. And then we will be followed by the day of the deer, or kid, which is the spiritual guide, the guardian of Mother Earth, the 4 cardinal points. And then we'll go into Kanil, which is the seed, planting our intentions, planting our visions. We'll be joined by the Maya bioregion team. We'll be hearing about this proclamation of the bioregions for restoration. We'll be breaking out into groups based on interests, whether it's art, politics, education, and we'll get to go deeper and more intimately with different people at the convergence that share a common interest. And then the day Kosh, which is both water and fire, we will be at the central pyramid in Tikal, lighting this sacred fire, opening the portal with the heart of the sky and the heart of the earth, as Marcelo mentioned, with the 7 planets in alignment. The constellation of Sagittarius, the arrow is going to be pointed at the galactic core of the universe between Pleiades and Orion. And it's going to be a time when these visions and these dreams, these plans of action will come to a very special point in time and space for us on planet Earth. Here are some of the beautiful wisdom keepers that are joining us from different nations. And there's more that aren't listed as it's unfolding. We've got relatives, like I mentioned, spiritual high priest from Bali who would like to join us, as well as beautiful women from Africa and some of the indigenous tribes from there. And it's just going on, as well as Europe, some of the ancestral wisdom keepers from Europe as well. This is a beautiful map done by Sanctuary Earth. I was mentioning this remapping of Mother Earth based on watersheds and territories. So this was a beautiful contribution by Sanctuary Earth. And there's also opportunities for people who have their organization, their mission to come and converge and dream and weave together. And so this is the invitation here. It's just cacoearth.com/gatherings. If you'd like to join us, you can click on the registration link. And there's a little form of your name, email, and you can schedule a 30-minute call. And you can share with us what it is that you would like to do at Tikal. If you have any ideas or things that came through this talk today, you're more than welcome to share that here in this forum. And so thank you once again to each one who was able to join us. I think we can all feel in our hearts that there's something happening here on our Mother Earth. And it's a time where we are no longer walking in our individuality, but we are able to bring our individuality to the diversity in union, like the rainbow. It was foretold that this would be time of the rainbow nation, where all of the colors and all of the diversity could coexist equally together. And our beautiful indigenous First Nations, our wisdom keepers from around the world will be able to bring some of these teachings that they have shared with their ancestors and with their families for so long with us, together in trust, in confidence, in unconditional love. And so I would like to say thank you so much to Yukwala, to Miguel, Juan, Marcelo, to our dear brother Michael behind the scenes, who has just been doing his absolute best in our technological world to get everybody here on this call. So thank you so much, Michael, for bringing your beautiful energy to unify us here today. And I am going to pass it over to each one of our wisdom keepers to share briefly any last words, and then we will go ahead and close shortly. I know maybe some people have questions or comments. You're more than welcome to leave them in the chat if there's something very urgent or in your hearts that you feel you would like to ask them or put here. You're more than welcome to write in the chat. So I will go ahead and pass it to either Marcelo, Yukwala, Juan, or Miguel, if you would like to share anything before we close. Thank you so much.
So much is coming through, and I want for all of you that is listening, that has had the opportunity to be with us this evening, don't be too confused. There's so much that we don't all quite understand, but the beauty of moments like this that we're speaking about, where we've got that opportunity to come together and to share and bring in information from our respective walks and our regions. From this, we're all going to learn from, and even within this time, my brothers in the Condor Nation and in the Quetzal Nation, I'm hearing information that is beautiful, and we all have very similar stories within our regions, though it is so important to understand that there is this calling always, that there has to be a collective that is brought together to bring in and infuse with each other the information. So as we go on further into our times that are unveiling for us, if we could just be at the least curious about information and be a witness and be a good ambassador, be a good sentinel for the Mother Earth. And as you do so, you'll be surprised as to the information that comes through and the wisdom that comes through. All of us are given the information from regions, and if we can share in a very willing way, then we all walk away feeling that we have unified and giving us a sense that we are going to see another viewpoint, which just brings in a little bit more clarity as to what we have known to date from our various regions. So I look forward to having more time with you. I look forward within the dream visioning, and I look forward to just how this Earth Walk is going to unfold for all of us. And as we see the remnants and the monuments and the forms that the ancestors have built that still stand today, they are still teaching us to this day, and for us to be in the place, in the witness, in the presence, in the regions of some of these very powerful ancestral sacred lands and areas, it's important just to be in receivership. And as we do so, I know that we will all walk away feeling much better. And with that feeling, we will bring in a sense of unification that will have a very prolific effect on the negativity of the world and bringing it into something that's going to be a little bit more nurturing to allow us to continue to walk on the Mother Earth for all of our relations. So many, many thank yous, everyone.
Thank you so much. Yukwala, many blessings. Juan, Miguel, ¿quieren compartir una última palabra con nosotros?
Bueno, entonces, bueno, pues no, gracias por tomarnos en cuenta. Creemos importante pues este gran encuentro, yo creo que etnoespiritual, porque somos varias culturas, somos culturas milenarias que vamos a reencontrarnos. Entonces creemos pues en la inspiración de los ancestros, la profecía de tanto los abuelos del sur, del norte y de Centroamérica, como son los mayas eternos. Entonces estamos desde ya muy agradecidos por tomarnos en cuenta, y desde ya pues reciban pues un saludo pues para tener salud, y sean bienvenidos a todos aquí en este gran primer encuentro de convergencia pues en Tikal, Pachamama de la Madre Tierra. Pues buenas noches, Shokakov, Shkuntir, Chihuachán.
So he was sharing, thank you so much for having us here. It's been an honor. We are very appreciative. And it's an honor to have the wisdom keepers from North, Central, and North America and the other directions here in this territory, in this first grand gathering at this specific group of people at Tikal that will be happening. And again, thank you to each one for participating. You are welcome to join us, and welcome to our lands here in Guatemala. Thank you so much. And Marcelo, ¿quieres compartir?
Okay, thank you. It's my pleasure to be with you again, and thank you for being here as a brotherhood and my relatives. And I love to see faces of Wallace, like a brother, and Miguel and his family. I will be very happy to see you again. And all of you, I invite you to be with us. I really don't used to be outside my home and to make some rituals with other people. But this time is very necessary. It's very important. And I will go out from my land and go to the north because this is very important for the humankind, not just for us. This is very important, and I will pray. I will go. I live at 4,000 meters high in the mountain. I will go down to the lowlands. For me, it's very difficult. There's too much air there. But I will be there with my staff, with my condor feathers, and we will be very good, and we will be healthy, and we will make our best work for each one who will be there. We will be with you, and you will be a very, very strong energy from the thunders of our ancestors, Achachilas, Apus, Hachatatas, Hachamamas. It's a good time for be together. It's Hayaya for the life. Yeah, Hayaya.
Hayaya. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thank you so much, Marcelo, Yukwala, Juan Miguel. And I would like to share, as we have 4 minutes to close exactly with an hour and a half. I was receiving the messages from each one here with my heart. And I was remembering when I was with Tata Alejandro in Guatemala, and I saw this happening. And I could see the past, the present, and the future come together as one. And I felt that many who we will come together have already been and will be. And we will be reaffirming a vow in our own hearts and with our Mother Earth, who provides and gives so much to us. And we will just have so much fun. I can see this being just the most beautiful, transforming experience for myself It's going to be an honor. And I also feel to share with you all that there will be another online event with the grandmothers. And I felt that here we have these beautiful wisdom keepers, and the next one before the convergence, we will hear from our women folks and them, and at the convergence, we will converge in a divine harmony of masculine, feminine, of yin and yang. And at the same time, the past 26,000 years of a dualistic mindset, I'm seeing a new era opening of a rainbow of coexistence where there is so many colors beyond black and white that will be able to be together in their beauty and in their essence. And it's an honor to have the opportunity to share with each one of you at that gathering that will be coming up February 21st to the 26th. And so thank you again to each one of you. I did put the link in this chat for the link if anyone would like to join or share with their friends. And thank you again, Michael, for the behind the scenes work. And I'm feeling to close the gathering here. Miguel and Juan, si quieren compartir para cerrar the beautiful sounds from Guatemala, from the families. ¿Quieren compartir un rezo en Maya para cerrar en palabras mayas? So they're going to close a Mayan prayer with us. I welcome you all to open your hearts as we tune into their prayer as we close here today. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias. Siga adelante con el rezo de cerrar el encuentro.
What do you?
Josh Maktak, Joachanim, Arikontak, Joachanim, Nahnamit Pom, Nahnamit Kintina, Nahnamit Kahran Shosh, Nahnamit Kasako, Nahnamit Kahpopa. Apir Bakanda, Alakeh, Malakim, Malakomet, Joachanim, Shomakrish attack, Pohnak, Lokim, Chikanat, and Kah, and Hirsch, and Nikish, actually, Kabahanda, in Azul America, North America, that gracias corazón del cielo, corazón de la tierra, corazón de mi existencia, pues a los cuatro, con tus carnes en la madre tierra, en Pachamama, pues por darnos abrir este gran espacio espiritual. Cerramos en este momento, pues de salida del sol, ocaso, salida del aire, caída del aire, pues también a Machacushka, en este momento, pues por darnos sustento espiritual, Mush, Kaji, Mush, Kaji, que realmente gracias, y todos pues sean bienvenidos para este gran encuentro espiritual. Buenas noches.
Muchas gracias. Thank you so much for the prayer. He said you're all welcome and have a great evening. And we are sending unconditional love, infinite gratitude to all. So thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. And with that, we will close this online session. Thank you so much. Hayayay.
Hayaya.
Yeah.